Hi Aquarius, welcome to your When the X Returns reading for mid-teen to the end of 18. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Hello, cards everywhere, almost, not really. Ooh. There we go, alright. Magician, figuring out a way, manifesting, going your own way to create what you want, being at the precipice of just being able to, like, being in a position to where you can forge ahead for what you want or with what you want. All right, going after what you want. Okay, so we have the King of Coins, the Ace of Wands, the Five of Cups, Page of Coins, and the Chariot. This could be Cancer. It could be a Cancer person. All right. So the backstory behind this, why they're coming back, is maybe they were stubborn. They were in a secure position. The relationship was stable, but there might have been an affair, or they were like, hey, let's, maybe this person was single and all of a sudden they found you and they, you sparked their interest. This could have been a stable relationship and they had an affair, and then they were down and out and cut off and disconnected because, no more love for you. You cheated. And now they're working on things. They're thinking about how to come back, thinking about trying to find a way to come back, They want back in. They want you back, Aquarius. So this is them coming back because they want to find a way to make it work. Okay? Let's just move you guys out of there. All right. So we've got the King of Wands here, Two of Swords, the Hermit, the Queen of Coins. All right, so there's they see you as their mate or suited because the King of Coins showed up as far as them, so they see you as their mate. They want you back. It's like a one-track mind. They want this to come to fruition. They want victory. They want forward movement. They're going to be assertive about it. They are going to pursue. They think that you're one hell of a partner, that you're very dynamic, that you're somebody they can have a lot of fun with, that you're very suited for them. You're up for anything. You're trusted. You're trustworthy. You're a natural born leader and facilitator, and you get things done, and then you're on to the next one. Never a dull moment. You're somebody that has self-confidence. You get things done. They feel like things, the way things ended with you there was a lot of soul searching. I think it knocked them for a loop. I don't think that they expected to feel the way they did about the ending. I think they were pretty surprised at how cut off, disconnected, and what kind of a mental and emotional state that put them in. It really made them feel just in deficit or in lack. Like, for somebody to be in this position, this really secure position right here, and then to go off and do what they always want to do, maybe this is a pattern for them. They're sitting pretty and they have affairs, and mostly it's people that they don't. It's almost like they have affairs to constantly be in flux. They don't want to settle down, and so that it's almost like, well, I didn't put too much stock in this person anyway, so it's like cheating is not really that big of a deal because I didn't really care that much about them in a weird way. And yet, for whatever reason, this relationship, whereas it ending really threw them for a loop. It really made them quite sad, quite despondent over things, feeling just disconnected, cut off, really sad. And everything else in their life is still going along fine, but they just really feel in deficit with, very sad and lost without this connection to you. And so now they're trying to find a way back to you. They're trying to find a way to make this work. They're trying to go after what they want, and they want you to be a part of that. It's you. They want you. So they really think that you're quite a catch. And the way they feel that it ended with you is, like I said, they can't get, it really made them go inward. This is also a Virgo. So if we're talking about a Virgo Aquarius combo here, hi, Jenny. This is somebody that is just doing a lot of soul searching, okay? Trying to figure out how to make this work. They see you two as suited. All right. Are they in a relationship or seeing someone new? No. you're kind of occupying their thoughts. They're not really looking for anybody new. They're not really looking to be with anybody else. They want to be with you. All right. Let's see what this Queen of Coins is. I mean, it could be that there's kids involved too, because we got the Page of Coins here. We got suited partners and then the Page of Coins. So really sad and despondent. There's maybe one of them. Maybe they have. Been a breakup and there's kids involved. They're missing that you have a child or children, and they're really missing that connection also. Queen of Coins about. Oh boy. All right. This would suggest victimization or self-sabotage. Okay, so it could be that they really have got a lot to say and they want to fight for it. This could be somebody conflicted about asking for you back or asking to take the relationship to the next level. Being without you has thrown them for a loop. They're feeling that disconnect and that loss. But Aquarius, they want to feel stable and secure, and they don't feel that with you. So it's weird. They feel this disconnection and they're very sad and they want to get back together with you. And then all of a sudden here, we have this queen, this solitary queen here. And while you're suited, when I clarified it, it says fighting, arguing, and conflict, and then deception. Liar, cheater, thief here. So is it that you two are connected but you keep cheating on each other? Or is it somebody that's just wanting any kind of connection to you and is playing it close to the vest and not telling you anything, because at least if you're fighting, you're still connected? They'd rather take the fighting and the back and forth than to be completely cut off from you. Is that what it is? But they want you, Aquarius. They do. It's just that this right here, it's funny because this is suited, right? But this is someone that's completely self-sufficient by themselves. So they don't need you. They just want you. And yet this could be that they're just willing to fight for you, and they're gonna put up a fight about wanting you back, or like trying to really convince you that, look, we're made for each other here. We belong together. This is them trying to figure out a way to make it work. It could also be that there's that independent streak and that feistiness. Okay, hold on a minute. What's this Seven of Swords about? What is this? Maybe they're dating someone else and they're just not telling anybody. It's not serious, but maybe they're with somebody else while they're trying to win you back. Nothing serious. Okay, this came out. So that would be a no. They're kind of taking a break from it. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so that came out. You know what that came out when I was talking about this. This right here, these two right here suggest that there's a lot of like verbal exchanges, like fighting, this and that, and then basically stealing time for themselves, or like getting away, doing something with friends to maybe gossip, complain, talk about it, doing something for themselves. There's this reprieve. They're stealing time for themselves. And then they rally and they come back and they come at you again, and we need to talk about this, and then there's a break, right? And then there's that, and then there's a break again, because they're trying to find a way to reconnect. They're trying to find a way to win, basically. Not that they're a bad person. They just want that connection. So there's the fighting, and then there's the self-sufficiency stage. Then there's the coming back and fighting for it. Then there's the reprieve and self-sufficiency, and you know what I mean? And round we go. It's like this cycle. Come back and fight, take a break. Or, now mind you, this is a couple of scenarios here because this is general. It could be that while they're trying to figure out a way, they have to cut off communication because it might hurt too much, or it just might nothing, maybe there's just fighting if you do communicate because they haven't figured out a way yet, but they do see you still as suited, and they're cutting things off for now because they're trying to figure out a way to get back in there with you. They're doing whatever on the down low. Maybe they don't want their friends to know that they want to get back together with you. Something. There's an element of having to steal time away or to do something in private or in stealth here. But my hunch is that there's bickering and fighting going on because they don't want to lose the connection with you. At least they're fighting with you. They're not cut off. But secretly, it's like taking its toll, and they need to reprieve, but then they circle back around again. They want to talk some more. It gets heated, then they go back. But they're trying to find a way back to you. Okay. All right. How many more times can I say that? Okay. appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. Yeah. I think maybe this person is like, look, I was wrong before. I really am so disappointed and sad about the breakup. I've done a lot of soul searching. I'm trying to figure out what it takes for us to be together. I think they feel a lot of responsibility for why there's a breakup or why it didn't work, why you weren't on the same page before, or why it hasn't taken off, it hasn't had the movement that they wanted. I think they feel some responsibility for that. Aquarius. Boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. You know, it could be that that's what this is. It's about this person kind of keeps coming back or kind of, you know, making a case, and it's about like, no, we need more time apart. We need to just let things lie for now. It could be that if there was an affair before, that it's about boundary issues. It's about like, you know, saying no to those offers or not looking for it in the first place. And maybe this relationship was different for them, and that you were someone special, and where they normally wouldn't say no or they normally be looking for it. After it happened, they realized, and you know, there's a breakup, they realized how special, and like, oh gosh, I shouldn't have done that with this person. This person was special. They were different. And I need to start having boundaries. Like, not everything in life can be so fluid, you know? They finally found someone that meant something to them, and they're trying to reconcile that now with getting back together with you. I was going to say Sagittarius. No, this is Aquarius. Right. That is, yeah, this is looking back, hindsight being funny, right? Interesting. Okay, so this is about looking back and kind of assessing things, and it's about relying. This is one of the cards in there. It's about a farewell and a goodbye. So this is when you're looking at breakups, or when a person is looking at breakups, this is saying, you know what, accept what is, and like accept the loss, or accept how things ended, accept everything, and accept that it belongs in the past and it can't be changed. And also consider that there might be an emotional overlay that when you are looking at the past. So perhaps boundaries in this situation are a good thing, because the person still is reacting emotionally. You know, maybe when they're coming at you, it's kind of emotional, and you're like, okay, you know, things that happened in the past need to stay in the past, or, you know, you're being emotional about it. We need to be logical. Does this make sense for us to get back together? It could be that. This could be saying that, no, you broke up with that person for a reason. Stay broken up. And this is about forward movement for you, onward and upward, without this person, because if you were with this person, it would only lead to fighting and more cheating, and then more breakups and fighting, cheating, breakup, fighting, cheating, the cycle repeats. So this could be a cycle that's repeating, and it's time to erect some boundaries, even though there's great familiarity there, being like, no more. You know, things happened in the past. This belongs in the past now. Could be saying that. Again, with the multiple scenarios, because this is general. Very different. But either someone's really trying to get back in there, and they come at you, and then they take a break, then they come at you again, they take a break, they come at you. They don't need you, they just want you. Or this is someone that has been cheated on, and they're like, you know what? I'm done with this cycle. It belongs in this whole situation. I'm ready to move on from it and be self-sufficient by myself, because any kind of reconnection leads to fighting and cheating, lather, rinse, repeat. However, we've got this King of Pentacles over here, and we've got this Queen of Coins. This would suggest being suited and mated. And perhaps there's a marriage. We might even have kids here, but they want back. They want you back. They want back in. So a couple of different scenarios. They're not with anybody else. They don't want to be with anybody else. You're still very heavily on their mind. Round and round we go, Aquarius. Lots of scenarios. I hope it was helpful, and I wish you luck with this. It seems very confusing. Probably long-standing. We got the King and the Queen here, so it's probably something that's been going on for a while, or maybe it was a relationship, a marriage that just recently ended. Okay, all right. Aquarius, I wish you luck with this. I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.